guys, it is Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to finish our look at For Those About to Rock, We Salute You by checking out Angus's outro solo. So this comes after those unison bends that we did finishing up. As soon as we finished that second video where took care of really his first, all the rhythmic parts, actually the first rhythm video is where all those little unison bends were happening. So we're going to pick up from there. So we're going to start here. Now he might just actually not go back and play the chords when he's doing it live, but it kind of works. You just kind of come back, start the riff, and then go into the fills because in the beginning he doesn't do them continuously. All right, so this first phrase sounds like this. So it's basically starting with a B power chord here, just at the second fret off the A string. And then, now he just might be doing these fills and just kind of hanging out to the next. But it's fun just to go back and jam on the B as well. So the first lick is going to be the bend at the 9th fret on the G string, up to 7 on the B, back into that bend on the 9th. Kind of staccato. And then you go into this next chord change. So it's just the same progression that we learned in the rhythm video. So he's going to go from the G, and when he goes to the D, then same lick he did here, but at the 12th fret. Let's repeat that a couple times. The third time through, he starts the same way. But he doesn't actually make it to the D. He goes up to this one, does this one a little bit earlier, so you'll hear that on the recording. And then the fourth time through, he starts playing the B, and then he starts really building into the actual guitar solo. So he's just kind of hanging on the 9th fret there on the D. And to get into the actual main solo, it's just some bends there at the 10th fret on the B string. You can come over and grab the 7th fret at the end a little bit if you want to. And then we make it to the actual guitar solo. So the first phrase sounds like this. All right, so let's go through that. So we're still at the 10th fret there on the B string. Couple of bends there. Then just kind of a standard blues lick like we did earlier. 7th fret on the high E string. Pull off 10 to 7 on the B. Then you're going to do a 9th fret bend on the G string. So we have this. And then you can grab a double stop on the top 2 strings. So just grabbing the 7th on the B and the high E at the same time. All right, and then we're just gonna, the best way to do this, just kind of go down 10, 7 on the B, down to 10 on the G, back to that 7 on the B string. And then you're gonna just go 10, 9, 7, 9 on the G, and you kind of flatten that last one so you can roll into the 9 on the D string of the answer. So all together for that first phrase. All right, the next phrase sounds like this. All right, so let's slow that down. We're going to start with the 9th fret there on the G string. Then you're going to roll from the 7 on the high E string to 7 on the B and slide down to 6. It's kind of odd sounding when you play it really slow. And then play 9 on the B string, and then pull off 7 to 6 there on the B string twice. So this. And then just going to go down kind of with the minor pentatonic, which is going to go 9-7 on the G, 9-7 on the D, to 9 on the low, on the A string. Then roll over to the 9th on the D, back to the 9 on the A, and then back to the 7 on the D string, and just slightly bend that up. So coming down the B minor pentatonic. So all together for that whole leg. All right, next phrase. All right, so this is kind of a series of really kind of sliding into the 12th fret on the B string. And when you get there, you hit it 3 times. Kind of does that 3 or 4 times. And then he goes up to the... So that's a bend at the 15th fret on the B string. Then release that bend, pick it, the 15 normal, then pick it with the bend again. And then we have this. So we have this. So that's rolling from the 12th on the high E to 12 on the B to 15 on the B. And then go up to the 17th fret and do a couple of bends there. Then on that second bend, pick it again, release, pull off to the 15th fret, and then we go into another bend of the 17th fret, which is going to start the next phrase. So all together we have this. So when you get to this next phrase, it's just kind of a series of oblique bends. All right, so that's just going to be a bend of the 17th fret on the B string. Then grab the 17th fret on the high E string. And now just continually do that bend over and over again on the B string, always going to the 17th fret on the high E after it. Kind of letting them ring together. Then after you finish that, when you hear him get done with them, you release that bend, pull off to 15 on the B, over to 16 on the G, and then do that again. 17, 15 on the B to 16 on the G. So we have this. From there we have this. So that's this 18th fret on the D string really lightly. It's the 18th on the D, 16 on the G. It's just really building into that big bend there. So it's very quick and very light in the mix. So it's the 18 to 16, and then a big bend there at the. It's a step and a half bend at the 19th fret on the B string. Then jump back to the 17th fret. Now you can hear that's kind of staccato. That's the bend at the 17, then pick 17 normal, then to 15, then pick 17, bend and release, down to 15, and then into another bend of the 17. So it's better just to kind of hear the melody. Now when you do this last bend of the 17th fret, it takes us into the next phrase. So that's just the bend there. Do that, grab that note on the high E string once there, the 17th fret, and then just continue picking with the note already bent. 17th fret, pull, release, pull off to 15. And then that takes us into really this last section. Sounds like this. All right, so that first little melody is, so it's just a couple of bends at the 17th fret on the high E, then over to 17 on the B string. We'll just release that bend and pick it again. Then we're back to the 17th fret on the high E string, bend, then pick 17, 14, then a bend again. So once again, it's probably better just to hear the melody. Then from there, that's just a kind of a bend and release of the 17 on the high E. Pull off to 14, bend to the 17 on the B, and back to the 17 normal. Lots of vibrato. So far we have this. Then you're going to jump up to the 22nd fret on the high E string. Do a whole step bend, and then go bring it back down. And when you hit this 22nd fret again, it's just a slight bend on it. Down to the 19th fret. Then a couple of bends there at the 22nd fret there on the B string. And then we're going to end it with a couple of unison bends, which is, we talked about those earlier in the previous videos. We have 15th fret on the B, 17th on the G. So bend up that note on the G string, and then take it out one fret and do it between 14 and 16. Let that sustain, and then you'll start hearing come in with some tremolo picking on this double stop. Is this 10th fret on the B and the 11th fret on the G. And then they just kind of continue that into that outro. That kind of thing. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's another great solo by Angus Young. Just kind of the incomparable AC/DC. Him and his brother Malcolm just created so much amazing stuff for us guitar players to sink our teeth into and play for many generations to come. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.